Welcome to Hockey Wiz Talks podcast. Today I'll be talking about the scoring leaders in the 2023 quarterfinals matchups and how the teams stack up by the numbers. In this podcast, I'll be talking about the scoring leaders in the 2023 quarterfinals matchups and how the teams stack up to one another. Eastern Conference matchups. The series between the Boston Bruins and Florida Panthers is tied at 3 games apiece. The point scoring leader for Boston is Brad Marchand with 10, Tyler Bertuzzi with 9, Taylor Hall with 8, Jake DeBrusk with 6, and Dmitry Orlov with 5. The goal scoring leader for Boston is Taylor Hall with 5, Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, Tyler Bertuzzi, and Jake DeBrusk with 4 goals apiece. Linus Ullmark is 3-3 with a 3.33 GAA and .896 save percentage in this series. The point scoring leader in the series for Florida is Matthew Tkachuk with 10 points. Alexander Barkov and Carter Verhaeghe have 5 points, and Sam Bennett and Brandon Montour have 4 points apiece. The goal scoring leader in the series for Florida is Matthew Tkachuk with 5 goals, and Sam Bennett has 3 goals. Sergei Bobrovsky is 2-1 with a 4.40 GAA and .883 save percentage. Alex Lyon is 1-2 with a 3.26 GAA and .902 save percentage. Entering Game 7 of the series, the Boston Bruins have a 24 goals to 22 goals against advantage, averaging 4 goals per game while surrendering 3.67 goals against per game in the playoffs. The Bruins' power play has been excellent, operating at 31.6%, good for top 5 in the league, and their PK is at 84.6%, which is 3rd best in the league in the playoffs. Both teams are top 5 in shots per game, Boston at 35.5 shots per game and Florida at 32.5. Boston has owned the faceoff dot despite playing the first 5 games without Patrice Bergeron, winning 53.2% of faceoffs. Statistically, the Bruins are a much better team on paper, but Florida won't go down without a fight. Carolina won their series against the New York Islanders 4-2. They will play the winner of the New Jersey Devils New York Rangers series. The point scoring leader for Carolina is Sebastian Aho with 7 points, Brent Burns with 5, Seth Jarvis and Stefan Noesen with 4 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for Carolina is Sebastian Aho with 4, Paul Stastny with 3, Seth Jarvis, Stefan Noesen, and Jesper Fast with 2 goals apiece. Antti Raanta was 3-2 with a 2.59 GAA and .906 save percentage. Frederik Andersen was 1-0 with a .91 GAA and .971 save percentage. Carolina outscored the New York Islanders 18-16 in the series, averaging 35 shots per game, which was 3rd in the NHL in the playoffs, but only won 48.7% of faceoffs. The Canes had the league's best PK in the league and had a 94.4 success rate on the PK. Carolina was clearly on another level from the Islanders as they were able to get out to a 3-2 lead playing their backup in goal and were able to steal the deal in Game 6 in overtime despite not playing their best game. And now a word from our sponsor. Check out my scouting blog at hockeywiz777scouting.com. Listen to my scouting blog podcast on podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/hockeywiz777scouting. The New Jersey Devils lead their best of 7 series against the New York Rangers 3-2. The point scoring leader for New Jersey is Erik Haula with 5 points. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Jesper Bratt, Dougie Hamilton, and Andre Palat all have 3 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for New Jersey is Jack Hughes and Erik Haula, who both have 3 goals, and Andre Palat has 2 goals. Akira Schmid is 3-0 with a .64 GAA and .976 save percentage and a shutout in the playoffs. Whereas Vitek Vanacek is 0-2 with a 4.52 GAA and .827 save percentage. The point scoring leader for the New York Rangers is Chris Kreider, Adam Fox, and Patrick Kane. All have 6 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for the Rangers is Chris Kreider with 5 goals. Vladimir Tarasenko has 2 goals. Igor Shesterkin is 2-3 with a 1.75 GAA and .938 save percentage. This is by far the lowest scoring series in the NHL playoffs. Despite the Devils having a 3-2 lead in the series, the Rangers have a 12-11 edge in goals for to goals against ratio because they blew out the Devils the first 2 games. The Devils have averaged 2.20 goals per game while allowing 2.40 goals against per game. Neither team has been great on the power play, but the Devils' power play in particular has been dreadful, connecting on only 16.7% of power play opportunities. The Rangers' power play, though, is not much better, scoring on only 20% of their power play opportunities. Both teams rank near the bottom of the league in shots per game, New Jersey at 29.2 shots per game, and Rangers dead last at 27 shots per game. New Jersey has owned the faceoff dot, winning 51.5% of faceoffs. If you want to go by numbers, this is a very ugly series to watch. You have to hope the scoring increases in Game 6. The Toronto Maple Leafs lead the Tampa Bay Lightning in their best-of-7 series 3-2. The point-scoring leader for the Maple Leafs is Mitch Marner with 11 points, followed by Austin Matthews with 8, William Nylander, Ryan O'Reilly, and Morgan Rielly with 7 points apiece, and John Tavares with 6 points. The goal-scoring leader for the Maple Leafs is Austin Matthews with 4 goals, Morgan Rielly and John Tavares with 3 goals apiece. Ilya Samsonov is 3-2 with a 3.62 GAA and .886 save percentage. The point-scoring leader for the Tampa Bay Lightning is Nikita Kucherov with 6 points. Anthony Cirelli, Corey Perry, Brandon Hagel, and Alex Killorn all have 5 points apiece. Braden Point and Ross Colton both have 4 points apiece. Anthony Cirelli, Alex Killorn, Braden Point, and Corey Perry all have 3 goals apiece. Andrei Vasilevsky is 2-3 with a 3.90 GAA and .870 save percentage. This is the highest scoring series in the NHL playoffs. Toronto has outscored Tampa Bay 21-20, averaging 4.20 goals per game while allowing 4 goals a game. Both teams' power plays have been deadly. Toronto's power play has capitalized on 31.6% of their chances, while Tampa Bay has scored on 26.3% of their chances. Both teams rank near the top of the league in shots per game, Tampa Bay at 32.8% and Toronto at 32.4 shots per game. Toronto has owned the faceoff circle. They have won 52.9% of the faceoffs in this series. According to the numbers, Toronto has been the better team in this series, but can they maintain that level of play? Check out my hockey blog at hockeywiztalkshockey.blogspot.com. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at hockeywiz777. Western Conference matchups. Vegas Golden Knights won their series against the Winnipeg Jets 4-1. They will play the winner of the Edmonton Oilers LA Kings series. Point scoring leader for the Vegas Golden Knights was Mark Stone and Chandler Stevenson, who both had 8 points. Jack Eichel, William Karlsson, and Alex Pietrangelo all had 5 points. The goal scoring leader for Vegas is Chandler Stevenson and William Karlsson, both had 4 goals. Jack Eichel and Mark Stone both had 3 goals. Laurent Brossoit was 4-1 with a 2.42 GAA and .915 save percentage. Vegas outscored Winnipeg 19-14 in this series, had 31.8 shots per game, and won 50.8% of faceoffs in this series. The area of concern for Vegas was their special teams, as they only converted on 18.8% of power play chances, while allowing the Winnipeg Jets to convert on 41.7% of their power play opportunities. The series between the Colorado Avalanche and Seattle Kraken is tied at 3 games apiece. Point scoring leader for Colorado Avalanche is Mikko Rantanen with 9 points. Devon Toews has 8 points. Nathan MacKinnon and Arturi Lehkonen has 6 points apiece. Cale Makar and Evan Rodriguez have 5 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for Colorado is Mikko Rantanen with 6 goals. Nathan MacKinnon and Arturi Lehkonen have 3 goals apiece. Alexander Georgiev is 3-3 with a 2.69 GAA and .913 save percentage. The point scoring leader for Seattle is Jaden Schwartz and Justin Schultz, who both have 5 points apiece. Alexander Wenberg and Yanni Gourde both have 4 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for Seattle is Morgan Geekie and Jaden Schwartz, who both have 2 goals, and 11 other players have scored a goal in this series. Philip Grubauer is 3-3 with a 2.68 GAA and .919 save percentage. After 6 games in this series, the Colorado Avalanche have outscored the Seattle Kraken 18-16, averaging 3 goals per game while allowing 2.67 goals per game. Seattle has dominated the special teams battle. Although they haven't been able to break through on the power play themselves, they have held the high-powered Avalanche power play to only a 5.9% success rate, which is the second worst power play in the playoffs Colorado Avalanche averaged 35 shots per game, while the Seattle Kraken averaged 30.5 shots per game. The Avalanche were dominant in the faceoff department, winning 54.5% of draws. Only Dallas had a higher faceoff win percentage in the playoffs than Colorado. Give Seattle credit because according to the statistics, prior to the Game 6 win, Seattle had been the better team through the first 5 games of the series. The Dallas Stars won their series against the Minnesota Wild 4-2. They will play the winner of the Colorado Avalanche Seattle Kraken series. The point scoring leader for the Dallas Stars is Roope Hintz with 12 points. Jason Robertson with 7 points. Miro Heiskanen and Tyler Seguin both have 6 points. The goal scoring leader for Dallas is Roope Hintz with 5 and Tyler Seguin with 4. Jake Ottinger was 4-2 with a 2.01 GAA, .929 save percentage, and a shutout. The Dallas Stars dominated the Minnesota Wild, outscoring them 21-14 in this series, averaging 3.50 goals per game while allowing only 2.33 goals against per game. The Stars averaged 31.7 shots per game, led the league in faceoff win percentage at 56.3%, and had a top 5 power play at 37.5%. No matter how you look at it, Dallas completely dominated every aspect of the series. Listen to Hockey Whiz Talks podcast on Podbean and Spotify. Check out my travel channel at youtube.com/HockeyWhizTravels. The Edmonton Oilers lead their best of 7 series against the LA Kings 3-2. The point scoring leader for Edmonton is Leon Draisaitl, who has 10 points. Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard both have 8 points apiece. The goal scoring leader for Edmonton is Leon Draisaitl, who has 6. The goal scoring leader for Edmonton is Leon Draisaitl with 6 goals. Then Evander Kane has 3 goals. Stuart Skinner is 2-2 with a 3.31 GAA and .884 save percentage. Jack Campbell is 1-0 with a 1.18 GAA and .964 save percentage. The point leader for LA is Anze Kopitar and Adrian Kempe. Both have 7 points apiece. Victor Arvidsson has 5 points. The goal scoring leader for LA is Adrian Kempe with 4 goals. Then Alex Iafallo, who has 3 goals. Jonas Korpisalo is 2-3 with a 3.49 GAA and .904 save percentage. The Edmonton Oilers have outscored the LA Kings 20-16 in this series, averaging 4 goals per game while allowing 3.20 goals against per game. Edmonton's power play is operating at a bizarre rate, converting on 57.1% of their power play opportunities, while LA has scored on 27.8% of their power plays. Edmonton is first in the league in shots per game at 37.2, while LA has 31.4 shots per game. Edmonton has also owned the faceoff circle, winning 53.8% of draws. According to the numbers, Edmonton has been the superior team in this series. In my next podcast, I'll be previewing the second round of the NHL playoffs.